This year marks 20 years since the first Harry Potter movie.
Right.
Will the cast be getting together to celebrate it all? What plans do you guys have?
I don't know. I'm sure there will be some sort of celebration.
I don't know if you've seen it, but especially in the pandemic, a lot of people went back to like watching the movies, and there are literally TikTok accounts devoted to reenacting the scenes,
Oh, really?
especially yes, people reenact the chess scene between you and Ron and Hermione constantly.
That seems like a really hard one to reenact.
Guys, you've gotten to play a lot of really fun characters for this show. What was it like to don these period costumes and get in a covered wagon? How did this storyline feel?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I loved I love like period clothes, and I also basically just had one costume for most of this season, which is great. And yeah, anytime you get to play around in a historical period, I think is like incredibly fun. And this is such a both like dark and crazy time in American history that it felt like a very fertile ground for comedy.
Yeah, it's the wardrobe process for me is always interesting because sometimes that's where I can find the character, and that was true on this. And like Dan, I basically had one outfit. You know, maybe there were some subtle changes along the way.
Yeah, and Steve, I'll go to you for this. I mean, I grew up learning about Oregon Trail, and the computer game was very big. Did you recall this from your school years? And Daniel, I don't know if you ever learned about it in school. Probably not.
Wait a minute, you should be asking Daniel this because he
Right.
did play the Oregon Trail. I was totally unaware of video games in the 90s. Yeah, so I didn't even, I mean, I heard you guys, you know, Dan and a few of our cast members like talking about the video game, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
So
Yeah.
Daniel, you did play it.
Yeah, so I was sent to some like typing course when I was, or computer course when I was like 8 or 9, and after like hours of doing like trying to pretend I knew what MS DOS was, they would let you play like 20 minutes of Oregon Trail, and so yeah, it was the highlight of every day. And it was great. I was very, very bad at it, as I feel like, you know, giving children a game about like long-term planning is not really it's not going to go well, but yeah, it was very, very fun.
Well, like you said, I mean, it's a grim time, but you guys certainly have fun with it. Steve, what was it like for you to get to play an outlaw on this one? I just love watching you because it feels like you're just delighting in like, I don't know. And even some of I mean, there's fart jokes that had me laughing. I love it. I just loved being able to escape and laugh.
Yeah, what was fun about playing Benny the Teen is that I think he really enjoys being an outlaw. Yeah, he gets frustrated when he's not recognized, or if people, sort of joke about him being too old to still be called Benny the Teen. But that's, that was, that all just adds to the fun of having, all this richness in the character to play with, and then getting to be with our cast. Now this is the third season, and we really feel like a company, like this ensemble, and the fact that we get to play different roles each season and in different setting, and this year a western. Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
And Daniel, you're a reverend. You really played him straight and committed. He's a guy he wants to do good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like you have to start from that place, particularly because like by the time you get to the end of the season, he has fallen so far in terms of like the Oregon Trail takes a toll on it really is a test of faith and of his kind of rigid morality. But yeah, certainly in the first episode, he's somebody that is just very, very earnestly trying to help the people around him, even though no one wants to listen to him.
Now, Daniel, I got to ask you about another one of your very good guy roles. This year marks 20 years since the first Harry Potter movie.
Right.
Will the cast be getting together to celebrate it all? What plans do you guys have?
No, yeah, I have no plans at the moment. I'm like, I'm in the Dominican Republic at the moment filming, and then I'm gonna be like busy kind of working on bits and pieces till the end of the year. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there will be some sort of celebration, but I don't know if we'll all be getting together or anything. Yeah, I'm sorry if that is a disappointment to anyone.
No,
but...
it's not. Well, I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you've seen it, but especially in the pandemic, a lot of people went back to like watching the movies, and there are literally TikTok accounts devoted to reenacting the scenes, especially
really?
Yes, people reenact the chess scene between you and Ron and Hermione constantly.
That seems like a really hard one to reenact. That's like one of the craziest sets we had. That's great. Okay, I will try and see some of them then. That's good.
Is there one scene that's your favorite, and or one scene you would go back and redo if you could?
One scene I would go back and redo. They let me do the coolest stunt I've ever been able to do was a 40-foot fall down a roof. Which I was on a wire, but I was like properly in free fall. It was only there to catch me at the end. And I was absolutely terrified, but they were like, I worked a lot with the stunt department by then. They were like, you can do this. Do you want to try it? And I said, yes, then got up there and was absolutely terrified. But that was one of the things that we did it like 2 or 3 times, but it was for the 4th film. And I will never be allowed to do a stunt like that again. Like I've realized since that was very special circumstances on that set, and I will never be allowed to do something like that again. So yeah, something like that would be cool.
Do you have an all-time favorite scene? And have you watched the movies at all since they first came out?
Not since they first came out. I've seen like bits on TV for seconds before I go like, oh, or if it's a scene someone else is in, I'll be like, oh, cool. But yeah, I mean, I have really, really fond memories of all of my scenes with like Gary Oldman and David Thewlis. They were some of the first scenes on like the 3rd and then the 5th film where I like started to feel like a young man who was like trying to figure out what acting was, and they were, yeah, they were pretty cool people to be around.
Pretty incredible. Steve, I think the only thing that might have made those movies better would have been adding you to them. I don't know if you've seen them, but is there a part you would have liked to play?
Oh, now you're putting me on the spot.
I can cast it. I mean, I feel like
do it.
What part should I have played?
I mean, I feel like you would have been a pretty good Sirius. Also, you're unfortunately you are too young for Dumbledore, but one day could have that quality of that sort of kind warmth and all of that. I don't know. I think there's many roles for Stephen Potter.
All right, I'll let you guys go, but real quick, if you were just going to tell people why to watch this new season of Miracle Workers, what they're going to get out of it, can I get one tease from each of you, Steve?
Oh God, I'm terrible at this stuff. Look, this is our 3rd season. If you've been watching the series, we were in heaven, we were in the Dark Ages. Now we are on the Oregon Trail, and I think each season keeps getting better. I certainly loved it, and give it a try.
Yeah, I should probably mention that there is a dance scene in one of the episodes that is absolutely top 5, one of the most insane things I have ever filmed. So yeah, tune in for that as well.
That's saying a lot from you. All right, thank you both so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.